10 seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team ban. Team Liquid's turn to ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time. Radiant team ban. Ten seconds remaining. 5 seconds remaining. Reserve time.
Welcome back, everybody, to D2CL. Team Liquid versus Golden Boys. Game number 1 was short and sweet. Well, sweet if you were a Team Liquid fan anyway. Golden Boys got absolutely dominated in that first game, but for revenge now in game number 2 as I welcome in my co-caster, Real Burrow's going to be joining me for this game and maybe for a third game if Golden Boys can actually prove that they're worth this semi-final.
Yeah, that's what I want them to prove too. Like, are they worthy to be here? Is this not going to be the Liquid show? Because I do want it to be a really close series, and I do believe some of these players on Golden Boys can do it. It's just, you know, Team Liquid recently picked up, you know, had sponsored by formerly known as, you know, Monkey Business, and this is just an all-around good team. And when we're looking at the upcoming majors, this team can make a very big headway. Like, I just think that, you know, of the top teams in the world, you know, EG, VG, some of the other teams, Secret here and there, I think Team Liquid is pretty much up there at the top with Europe. So it's really hard for Golden Boys, I want to say, to compete, but I think they can compete. Whether or not they'll win, I still don't think they can necessarily win, but I do think they can compete, hopefully.
Yeah, it's actually the story of this series is more of, can Golden Boys put on a good show against Team Liquid, who we're presuming is actually going to win this series, because just because they have been looking rather dominant, and Golden Boys isn't in the same kind of, you know, tier system that Team Liquid is. Of course, Team Liquid, I do agree with you. I think they're easily one of the better European teams out there, that if they were at the majors, if they had, you know, choked so heavily as they did, if they...
Oh yeah, that's right, they were.
Yeah.
I'm thinking Alliance. I'm thinking of Alliance.
But if they hadn't made a showing at the majors, I would anticipate them to do, you know, decently well. Kind of the same that I expect almost out of Alliance. And that same kind of, like, I would expect them to maybe make top 8. You know, Team Liquid might have even done better. Unfortunately, they choked in the qualifiers, weren't able to secure that, and now they're going to be just looking to win some other tournaments. Got to get points underneath your name. Got to start working your way towards, you know, the next major, and eventually, you know, getting invited to these bigger tournaments, because the end goal is still TI. And that's what these smaller, when you build a new team like this, that's what these smaller tournaments are all about, is building up your name so you can get invited to the premier tournament, and then doing well at those premier tournaments so you can get invited to the majors. But
I mean, they did pretty good at MLG, I thought.
Yeah.
They did really good. They were so close to, you know, taking that next step, but it was very fun games to watch, you know. So
Golden Boys pick up the Disruptor now against that Ember Spirit. Now there's a little bit of I'm gonna on about whether or not Disruptor is actually a good enough counter to the Ember Spirit. Because, yeah, if you catch him in the right glimpse, if you catch him in that Static Storm Kinetic Field combination, you probably got yourself a damn good kill. But that's sometimes focused on the early to mid game. Later on into the game, when Ember Spirit has a remnant that is very far away, unlikely that Disruptor's going to be able to get a good kind of glimpse play that catches out the Ember Spirit. Most of the time when he's split pushing like that, the moment he sees the Disruptor, poof, he's gone.
Yeah, you rely on smoke ganks or a blink dagger then for the Disruptor to really set up a lot. And
Meaning we kind of need an initiating stun, right?
right. Yeah, the Tusk with a snowball walrus
5
punch, it
seconds
could
remaining.
potentially do it if he goes for the fast blink rush, but normally we see every Tusk game, they normally go for the mech first, and then that gives you more time to farm on the Ember Spirit where you don't have that catch out. And it depends as well, Queen of Pain, if she goes an Orchid, then Ember Spirit might have a really tough game. It's also a really good game to go Orchid. You have Lion, you have Darkseer, but we've seen how squishy Queen of Pains can be when they go for it, so they kind of have to be, like S4, S, where you get all these pickoffs, but you don't start feeding over these kills, because Pop is, I think, one of her most vulnerable stages is when she does go for the Orchid. Then you only have about 1,000 life, and it's really easy to pick her off, especially when you have an Ember Spirit and a Lion. The chains will keep you in place, held down, Lion with the lockdown, so it's not going to be easy necessarily.
Juggernaut is going to be their choice for Golden Boys. Why do you think that is, Juggernaut? Is it just because it has a decent amount of sustain to go against the Darkseer as an offlaner? Because I don't see him particularly valuable against the Ember Spirit. For me, I just like, when I'm looking at characteristics, I'm seeing, okay, early pushing power and early sustain against Darkseer.
Yeah, I really like the healing ward, as you're saying, that kind of synergizes well against the Ion Shell. And it's not that bad against Disruptor. I think Disruptor has to be one of the best counters for Darkseer in lane, just because, most of the time Darkseers, they live because they're able to surge away, but not when you're playing as a Disruptor. Then you're kind of like screwed, and then most of the time where you have to stay out of EXP range all of the time as a Darkseer because of that glimpse back. So, and if you have the Juggernaut, that'll secure once the glimpse comes back, you just spin, and that's, bam, easy kill. Just having that duel set up right there, because Juggernaut did get that buff with the Blade Fury. And I think maxing it now, obviously the better thing, but I'm curious to see what he'll go for in this game. And we see a Viper now. This hero right here. I'll let you talk about Viper. It's disgusting.
Hate to match up against usual lane dominators like Queen of Pain, and does quite well against any sort of melee carry. I feel like the Viper is a pretty good counter to what Golden Boys are trying to run here, making sure that Thug can't win that mid Queen of Pain matchup, as you won't win it against a Viper most likely. And then the Juggernaut is obviously likely to be kited, and he's a tanky hero, meaning he can probably survive or at least tank up a large amount of those Omni Slashes.
Now I think you said it all pretty much there. The dominating hero and the factor, but he is really susceptible to ganks. Like we saw last game, how the Shadow Fiend can easily take over the lane against the TA when they had to help with the Wyvern rotating around. The same can be said about the Queen of Pain. You bring in the Tusk, you get these early levels, and then once Viper falls behind and he doesn't have this quick, fast mechanism to sustain his team, then the hero becomes absolutely garbage, because it's really hard to farm on the hero once you have a bad start, and that's where Golden Boys can punish it. So will this be a roaming Tusk support now, and then maybe Golden Boys go back in for an offlaner, or what do they want to do? Are they going to dual lane now? Queen of Pain Tusk offlane isn't too bad as well, because they can save. There's a Lion that's kind of a little bit greedy, but the Night Stalker.
Liquid's turn to pick.
So this now means most likely that we have a lane Night Stalker. I guess it could still be an offlane Tusk and a 4-position Night Stalker, but I think there's usually more value in the Night Stalker offlane. That's where I personally lied. I have seen teams run the Tusk dead as the offlaner, and this will keep our Queen of Pain in the mid lane matchup against Viper, which means a 0-2-3 Queen of Pain, most likely.
Yeah, it's gonna be interesting to see how this works out because, like you said, so if the Night Stalker goes as a support, Juggernaut normally would go, the Mask of Madness, still could do it, and then go into the jungle, and then you leave the Night Stalker support, get levels. The problem is you have a Disruptor who's probably one of the most significant heroes in this game right now, just for catching out the heroes. So you probably want to leave the lane to him. So Night Stalker in the off lane, I agree 100%. For that reason, put him in. Tuss doesn't need as many levels. I want to say he can still get a lot done with Snowball and Shards. Sure, Walrus Punch is nice, but I think the other heroes are going to be way more valuable this game. And Team Liquid here, last pick. They need another support hero that can really help out in these team fights. They're going to be a lot of diving from Golden Boys. That's what they're meant. So Shadow Priest isn't too bad. Honestly, AA maybe. AA, yeah. I think AA is not. Oh, it's banned out. My bad. Witch Doctor
10
maybe.
seconds remaining.
All right,
What
10
about,
seconds. I'm gonna say.
What about something like Bang? Oh my God!
Ooh,
Huh?
a deleted hero from Dota.
Yeah, that guy hasn't been around a whole lot.
I think only EG plays that hero. I don't know.
It's another hero that kites the Juggernaut. Obviously, he starts spinning. You throw the R button on him, and kind of good go in a way. There's not a whole lot of. There's no setup essentially for disruption. I mean, you could burst spike after a disruption, but it's not like that's really a setting up and a key ability. It's not setting up a skill shot of any point. So I really wonder why they went for this. Why not like the Bane? Like the difference between the two is that the Shadow Demon, his purge is just sort of a one-off go against the Juggernaut, while the Bane is a little, obviously heavier commitment, but they're both abilities to stop the Juggernaut in his tracks.
Yeah, the only reason I like Shadow Demon more in a situation of Bane would be where you really need the Soul Catcher to blow up somebody.
Oh.
And that would be the biggest thing. Like I said, I love Bane a lot more in situations where you can sleep people. You're really tanky. You get the brain sap off. You can heal, and then you have actually a reliable lockdown with your ulti. So I'm trying to see. Normally, you see the Soul Catcher going against a Bristleback or something very tanky. This lineup from Golden Boys it's kind of like spread out where Night Stalker gonna be running at you, Juggernaut, and I just don't think the Soul Catcher is gonna do enough. We'll see.
Any of their tank is gonna come from. That's about it. There's no actual raid boss hero that you really need that extra damage to be able to burst down, but we'll see how times go. Skylark is going to be playing the off-lane Night Stalker. We will have a support Tusk in the hands of maybe next time. The rest of Team Liquid start piling up for that top rune. And
Matumba, man. You're glowing, man.
I'm a little bit
Shine.
surprised Golden Boys don't, oh, I guess Ion Shell. I was looking at them going, most of the time when Radiant wants to challenge, it's a good idea to go top because you've got the cliff advantage.
I just don't see how you lose a team fight with Spin and Snowball. I'm trying to see it. I'm trying to see it.
Only way would be that, yeah, you get the kill, but you lose two because of, like, double or potentially triple Ion Shells around. But I think that's... I think you guarantee get first blood.
Right. I think so, too. It's... how many casualties are in the wake, but...
Yeah. Golden Boys opting out of that first blood attempt to split the bounty runes. Oh, he did actually go Shadow Strike.
And normally normally level 1, the Viper doesn't go for corrosive skin, so you're able to harass a little bit more effectively in the first level. But also, if you get out of range, you can also, the Shadow Strike will tick. I think that's a 1,100 range.
Yeah,
from the enemy.
It's unlikely that you'll be able to stay, that far.
Right. I agree. It's definitely not reliable. Maybe throw it on, blink away for the rune, but it's only really good like for that first creep wave there.
Yeah,
and up.
Challenge it. Fun is just like,
All right,
whatever. I win this man fight, that's for sure. Between you taking more damage from corrosive skin than I take from your shadow strike, and then I also have this poison attack, which is really strong. Thug does manage to force, I guess, regen on both sides in a way. So I guess in that
Yeah, they both kind of need to bring out a salve right now. They're kind of like trading blows. He actually went for more points than shadow strike, so I think that is going to be his bottom lane. And we're going to be seeing mind control picked off most likely here. They have a shard block here, and
he realizes there's no way out of this but fight. So,
I mean, he's winning the fight. What is this?
That's Ion Shell level 2. Thug force back once again.
Money changes hands.
I don't know, I would love to see the damage, I guess, breakdown. Total damage done between level 2 Shadow Strike and level 1 Corrosive Skin, but this just means more likely, right? When he's taking so many Shadow Strikes, he just goes more levels into Corrosive Skin.
Yeah, it's I think you get 2 in Corrosive Skin here, and then go back for 2 in Nether Toxin.
Instead, might be. Find that right click? Yeah, Mind Control gets First Blood, and Kaiser isn't even going to be able to run him down. They've got the Tusk in the middle in the meantime going for Fada, but Force Blink back, Thug. Oh, almost died there, but Fada will survive even through the gank, getting that critical kill onto Thug.
No gold for you.
Yeah, okay, so Fada brought in some tangos here, got the salve in. Alright, Thug is going to go for it. Alright, Thug. Alright.
Not a winning fight. Links himself away. Snowball comes in. Maybe next time. Burn through his mango in order to block out Fada and get the right click necessary to get the kill. So in the end, kind of good bait there from Thug. And it looks like maybe next time, Jerks is going to land that last Shadow Poison, pops it, and now turns to fight against Thug, but he will be dying here. It doesn't look like the Shadow Poison is going to be enough damage, unfortunately.
That was... yeah, that's a really good trade-off for Golden Boys. They're definitely doing something now in the mid lane and shutting down Fada just a little bit, at least in the mid lane. But as I say that, I look at the CS, all 5 on Queen of Pain compared to 13 of Viper. That should not be happening. Even though it's really hard to stay in the lane, you should still be able to CS in this situation.
Mind Control stealing the pull, actually getting quite a large amount of extra experience from this. No glimpse in range, unfortunately. Skanks was playing a bit scared. Meanwhile, in the top lane, Skylark, well, fortunately it's nighttime, so he will be good, but been zoned out pretty well by this dual lane / tri-lane scenario of Liquid, bottom lane, Mind Control. He's finally caught. This time around, he's not gonna be escaping unless he does. Oh, he doesn't have TP, never mind. I was like, maybe he could hide in the trees and TP out. He's got another surge coming up soon, and they don't actually have... I'm gonna eat that mango, maybe next time. Long range Isard. Oh, Mind Control juked it perfectly. He's gonna be able to hide in the trees and just wait out his TP time. What a player.
Yeah, that's where the synergy of the Blade Fury with the Glimpse back can really bite you in the butt. If you use it, afterwards and you don't get the kill, then it can be very problematic. They're setting up for a mid kill here, but they kind of need to have Tusk to come in here, I think. Skylark? He's going to go in.
Now, double slows. Fada starts running himself back. The line is going to be able to come in with a stun and hits it on Thug. Fada. He's not really going to be able to stick around and help out the supports, but maybe, just maybe, they could surround this Night Stalker. Oh, almost catching him out. He had a slight little hole to get through. If they had actually gotten him there, they probably would have gotten the kill. You add in like 2 or 3 seconds of right-click time plus another Shadow Poison, and sure the Night Stalker dies there.
Yeah, that was almost a really good play from the support.
Jerk's dead. Snowball helps Thug dodge some of the incoming damage. Ensures the kill. Meanwhile, the Ember Spirit actually picks up that kill on the Skylark. We were just watching him heading back up to the top lane. Yes, he gets caught by the Ember Spirit underneath his tower.
Yeah, let's look at Matumba, man. What is he going for? He's going for his treads. I've watched a lot of his games with Ember Spirit. He normally likes to go for treads first. Oh, he's going to get harassed here by Skylark, but nothing's going to come of it. No other TPs. Oh!
Top rune, Sonic Wave on 2, but Thug He did have Blink. He's going to blink forward now. Managed to get both of them with the Scream. Will only be able to finish off the Shadow Demon. Now looks like they may be caught. Kuro immediately going to be silenced up, but Thug is caught now by Matumba Man. Managed to get that kill, and Skylark's being run down by Fada. Fortunately, Fada is not quite level 6. Won't be able to slow him down long enough. Disruptor, well, there's really no way you can go for the kill on Viper. But they're going to try for it anyway, I guess.
Oh, they have the TP in from Kaiser.
Shadow Demon, Kaiser's going to be able to come in. It looks like Disruption actually buys him a little bit more time, but Fada's still going to be run down by the spin. The question is whether or not Kaiser's going to be able to get out. He doesn't have enough mana for Omni Slash, not yet anyway. Needs 2 more mana. He's going to lay out the Healing Ward to try and help keep himself alive. Kuro dives in deep in order to try and finish off the Juggernaut, but it ends up getting caught by Thug before he can get there. 6-5 now, and Golden Boys are making this an interesting game.
Yeah, they're doing the thing that's the most key in this game, and that's shutting down the Viper. And they're also going to be making a play top, it looks like. Skylark. Do they have any mana? Yeah, they have Tango or Mango on Tusk. And
You just don't have enough. So
yeah, the level 4 Night Stalker at 7 minutes in the game. He didn't get much. I don't think he got anything in the off lane. I think he was level maybe even 2 or 3 when he rotated that mid lane. So.
yeah. Shut out real hard. Kuro at bottom is actually spending some time now that the Darkseer is doing some jungling, getting solo experience in order to finish up that Finger of Death.
But yeah, look at this discrepancy. You have a 1,000 lead for the Queen of Pain now, just because Viper they killed him 3 times in mid lane.
He tried to blink away. It was decent reaction timing, but Matumba Man still got there in time with the chains half a second before that blink went out.
Yeah, nice rotations. Finally, they're gonna get him. That's another kill. This Matumba Man putting up all the pressure that Liquid need right now. And oh, got him.
Hanks is pushed back by the Shadow Demon.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
Hanks
attack.
is only level 5, but he's now got the Viper behind him. Stealing some of the pull once again with 4 heroes bottom. It looks like they may contemplate a dive here, especially while it's daytime, and kind of use the fact that the Night Stalker's under-leveled in its daytime. So they're going to try and catch Golden Boys on the way out. They know they can't stay underneath that tier 1 tower. Kaiser is going to start throwing out the spin, but Vada's going to be able to slow him down a little bit. Fortunately, before he dies, the Disruptor does manage to get the glimpse back. It ensures the Juggernaut gets out. Doug, I don't think you really go on anybody here. There's many people.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Broki's level 6 too. They have to be very careful with that Finger now online. And like you said, I don't think they can fight. Now that Skylark is level 6, he just got his ultimate up, but it's going to be really hard fighting during the daytime with this lineup and how far they are behind with the EX or the experience in their offlaners as well as their supports. I mean, if Disruptor was level 6, then sure, yeah, fight for sure.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
The Lion. Shadow Demon starts heading up to the top lane, perhaps to set up a kill on Skylark with an extra TPN. Matumba Man's going to show up now. He's got the Ion Shell, so this actually is very easily a solo kill for him. Skylark pops the nighttime, will be able to get some distance, but immediately runs into Jerix. And whoa! That's not the disruption he wanted. Now he's going to be blocked out by the Ice Shard. Snowball hits him. Jerix is going to pay for his misclick, it looks like. Matumba Man still has that Ion Shell going on him. They've got to be careful. Manage to get the silence. Matumba Man, he's not escaping from this one. It looks like he's just going to be right-clicked down with all the extra abilities. Jumps up underneath the tower, but can he actually get out? Shadow Strike is making sure that bottle is not going to be fully efficient, and the Ice Shards clips him in the end to get the kill. The TPN from Team Liquid is going to be canceled as they realize there's no chance for them to be able to get a return kill, so instead they just focus on that tier 1 tower in the middle lane.
Oh, and top lane they have all about 200 HP. I'm surprised the Tusk is going back to base, but they're all so low, and here you go, healing ward, healing them all back up. But yep, they get the mid tower and Thug. Not going to be caught out. No Matumba Man to really initiate in.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
They're still getting the early towers, putting in the early pressure, and this is actually allowing Team Liquid to hold on to the gold advantage they built up quite early. But they are losing out on experience. Team fights going the way of Golden Boys is giving them slight advantage right now. The levels, but We'll see how that goes. The Viper finally finished up his trades. A long time coming till we see. I mean, do you even see mech? More likely,
have
mind
to.
control goes.
No. Fawcett has to go mech. When you're playing Viper,
Uh-huh.
what is this, Matama Man? Oh, it's hunting. It's hunting.
Bet you $50 right now he doesn't go to mech, and Darkseer does.
All right.
All right. I'll take
right.
the major.
Okay.
I'll collect my money.
I mean, what is he gonna go for, a pipe? Look at the courier, Cap.
I built.
Cap, you already lost $50.
They're gonna catch Kuro. Turn around. Oh, throws out the quick finger. Skanks, you're gonna be run down by mind control. Looks like Kuro's gonna die to a quick critical there. 1-for-1 trade off of the supports, but Matumba Man, he's going to be able to jump on a Kaiser, still has that Ion Shell, kills the healing ward, still has the chains to control Kaiser, and he's got no mana. Looks like Kaiser should be dying. Oh, the Snowball actually saves him from that one. Jump back out from Matumba Man. He's going to be blocked out by the Ice Shards, but Golden Boys can't really make the committal to catch him out. Thug is finally here with his DD. Might just be able to make the jump here. Doesn't have a whole lot of mana. Sonic Wave coming up. 3 seconds. They're just hoping to be able to slow people down until the Sonic Wave can finish them off. A little bit of distance. Disruption. Buy some more time. Maybe out. Matumba Man.
no.
He's going to be able to get away. No side effect. Dodges a little bit of damage, but Tusk gets the kill in the end. Thug, they've got the Shadow Demon. Now the control gets laid out by Skanks. Mind Control managed to stay ahead of that one and get ignored it. Finally get a kill. Maybe next time goes down. Kuro.
Thug?
With a stun. Oh, Thug barely blinks out. Now Kuro, he's going to be caught as well. Turn around, Fada. Never mind. The cavalry's here, and Skanks, he should be run down by the Viper. He's going to be blocked out a little bit, but there's enough slow. Be able to get the kill on the support. Kuro and Fada will clean up that team fight, but it was a messy one. Team Liquid losing 3.
Yeah, them losing 3 and it being Matumba Man, that's well worth it for Golden Boys. Now they're coming out a lot on head, but they still didn't shut down.
No, I lost $50. Are you serious?
Come on,
my god.
Come on, man. This is like...
He's got mana boots, though. You go Guardian Greaves.
Nah, you don't. Not in this situation.
Oh, God. I've seen plenty of Vipers go by.
Yeah, you go SNY, but not in the game where you're so far behind like this. I mean, you would have to go Ags first or something. I don't know.
Summer Man, snowball in. Oh, the Iron Shell's doing a decent amount of damage, but it looks like they'll blow everything they have to make sure the Ember Spirit goes down. But Matumba Man put out once again. Golden Boys, they're taking some serious control of this game.
Yeah, this is where they're coming back, and it's nice to see, especially when they're getting all these setups. The Night Stalker has been roaming around effectively. Maybe he's just been doing absolute good job on his Tusk. He's standing out right now for me. He's just getting all the kills, roaming around, and
Mind Control, you disappoint.
I mean, he doesn't have enough levels either. But
backing back, maybe next time. That's not really a snowball save. Buys him a little bit more space for his team before he dies. Mass TP's in. Kaiser looks like Matumba Man's going to be able to catch Skylark. They were trying to dive him way behind the tower, but that immediately gets repelled as Team Liquid Mass TP in.
That's just one of those plays where you want the enemy team to just all TP there, but they're not getting any objectives anywhere else on the map, so that's not a good play to say the least. And that was good reaction from Team Liquid. And
someone killed the courier.
It's gotta run.
Neverland.
Radiant structures are fortified.
All right.
Never get finished.
Okay, can we agree that the bet is even if Darkseer, if Fada has to sell the mech at any point in time and Darkseer gets Guardian Greaves? Because then technically we would both be right.
Okay.
All right.
I'll let you hold on to some hope.
But 50 minute game. Let's see it. 50-minute game. Come on. Don't end this early, Liquid. Golden Boys are actually still looking fine. Jerix is going to be taken out. Golden Boys find yet another one. Skylark's going to be running into the lineup though, and that's not a.
Hey, nice vision. Night vision.
Liquid still up by 2,500 gold, but kind of the same lead they've always been holding on to. Would you say that Golden Boys probably have the better late game lineup, right? Night Stalker, Vision, Viper drops off.
Yeah, it kind of comes down to the Darkseer vacuums and the Ember Spirit and how much farm he's getting. And Matamba Man, he started off like 3-0. Now he's 3-3. He's slowed down tremendously. And he's really level deprived right now too. He's only level 9, about to be level 10 here, and they've been finding ways to pick him off really easily. I mean, all the kills have been with Night Stalker and the Tusk in the last nighttime. They put on so many pressure, and maybe they have a little bit of breathing room now. But yeah, to say the least, later in the game, I think Golden Boys will have the superior vision and the heroes for it.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Kaiser, he thought about going for that tier 1 tower, and a Soul Shadow Demon actually keeps him from going for that backdoor. Meanwhile, bottom lane, you could see a potential dive here. Yeah, Ember Spirit's gonna jump forward, catch Skylark. Now he's a tanky hero, will be able to get some damage out. It looks like the TP's canceled though. Perhaps if Golden Boys had multiple TPs, they could have gone for it, but Juggernaut would be taking that tier 1 tower. He's actually going Battlefield. Notice that.
I just looked at him too, and he is going for a Battle Fury.
Why?
I guess he just wants to keep up the farm with the Ember Spirit. That's the only logical thing I can think about right now. Where, yeah. But normally Mask of Madness for sure helps you in the team fights, helps you even farm faster, and T's bottom, Jug. Oh, he didn't spin?
This is not the play. Not at all the play. They will be able to get the glimpse back on Matamba Man. It looks like he's going to be taken out. That's a good Sonic Wave, but it's still not enough damage for a commitment by Thug. And they'll actually trade 2 for 1.
Wait, he used that Sonic Wave when he had Eggs? But, alright. Well, that's kind of weird.
I think it was just one of those... Like, I have to...
Well, they killed off Matamba Man, so yeah, it's definitely worth it. It's unfortunate he didn't have the Ags right then and there, but getting the tier 2 tower, Liquid now controlling their map, and they still they've only lost 1 tower. This is still looking really good for them. And there you go. There's your late game solution cap that you wanted. Midas on Viper. You know, they're gonna have to take this one a little bit later.
What's Matamba Man go now with his 3K? Do you go something like a Shiva's because you already have the Blink Dagger? Do you want Scythe of Ice for extra control?
For mind control? You know, Exit. No, there's no really good. I would say Shiva's. Honestly, you could still go for. I think Lotus Orb is really underrated, and it's really effective right here as we're gonna watch Thug get wrecked here.
Thug's gonna be easily caught blown up, but yeah, does it remove the silence of Night Stalker?
Yes, okay. It will remove the Night Stalker silence and the Tusk abilities. It will deflect them both, Snowball and Forward Punch.
Fada trying to juke this one out, but Omni Slash
the creep
is pretty lucky. It hits a lot of times on the Viper and does manage to kill, but I don't think it was really escaping either way. TP's out. Mind Control is going to try and stop one of them with a Vacuum Curl. He's going to stay in range. They should be able to take out Kaiser here. At least he got his Battle Fury before he dies.
Dominating for the Darkseer.
With his nighttime, you actually do anything here. Especially when there's vision already on you. But yeah, if you bounce back the Omni Slash, ooh, so good.
Oh yeah, that's
taking the hero that is the target of the Omni Slash and making them invulnerable and making them actually be able to deal out damage to people around.
I love that change. I like how it does interact the way it does. And
whoa, Skanks! They saw thanks to this ward. They had vision of him. Skanks does respond with a pretty quick kinetic field. Looks like Skylark's going to be caught though. Matamba Man runs straight into him once again. Skylark, he throws out the silence. Actually, he's going to be good. He's going to be able to get ahead of Matamba Man, and it was specifically Fada that could have maybe ensured the kill with his slows. Skylark runs right back into Matamba Man, another set of chains, but Skylark does have the protection of Skanks. They get the vision, lock him down, Static Storm. Matamba Man's going to be caught once again. And they should be able to burst him down. Looks like it's Skylark. Now the question is whether or not he'll be going down. It looks like it. Healing word not going to be enough. Fana battling it out against 3 heroes now. Just going to have to go for a kill on Kaiser, it seems like. Kaiser starts backing himself up. There's no way out of this one. Unfortunately, does get the spin before the sun goes out. Fana, he's staying ahead of Kaiser, though. Phase boots forward. Another
There's the Lotus Orb.
He gets in the end just before he dies to Jarix. Now these supports, though, kind of surrounded. Mind Control put himself inside of the trees. Bad place to be, but a vacuum will break him out. And catch maybe next time as well. 4 down on the side of Golden Boys for the 2 of Team Liquid.
Oh yeah, a really amazing fight there. And that was really smart of the Viper, doing as much damage as he could. If he wasn't spinning there, he would have gotten away because Jug would have been stunned from the 2-man impale. But sadly, Kuroki only got a 1-man there, but still, almost a team wipe coming in from Liquid. And, well, it was at nighttime too, so that's looking really good when you're starting to take these team fights at night and taking away everything from the Night Stalker. So, as was stating, Mind Control did go for the Lotus Orb. That's I think it's just really affected this game. And then now he can go Shivas. I think, like you said, Shivas is definitely a need.
Right.
But it gives you so much. It gives you the vision. It helps attack slow with the Juggernaut. Even the Night Stalker eventually might be able to take somebody down. But, well, what are they going to do now for Golden Boys? Well,
they need a good fight. I mean, one good fight will actually offset the advantage that Team Liquid have right now. They've bumped it up to about 6K.
I'm wondering what Matama Man. I've been looking at him quite closely now. He's been stacking up. He had 2,400. Now he's up to 3,300. What is he gonna do? I mean, he kind of needs to have a Manta style or a BKB to dodge the glimpse, the silences, and all this. But does he want to get that first?
Out here, Snowfall. They do have the disruption to buy time for the rest of the team to get here, but it looks down. The lockdown is there on Fada. He survived through a lot of it. Sonic Wave gets laid out. They manage to force Matama Man back off of Skanks, but a 3-man stun there from Curl. Kaiser's still in the middle of this, though. Has finished up one hero. Is looking for another on Mind Control. Won't be able to get it. Skylark comes in, hit by that poison. Bad time for that one. Silences up. Jarix hopes to be able to get out, but Juggernaut is going to be taken out by that Finger of Death. Skylark, almost a disruption, catches them out. And that's the end of the fight. Oh my god, I almost sneezed. Curl, actually, still going to be able to catch Skylark?
He's got no... Boy, he has Magic Wand. 9 charges.
Yeah, he could have potentially blinked, wanted in. Caught Skylark with a stun, but...
Doug?
Boy, bad fight, boys.
Oh! That was very unfortunate.
Almost on point.
Yeah, Mind Control didn't really use the Lotus Orb that team fight, and when they went in, maybe they could have saved the Viper if he had, but... And also, Matama on the backside did finish off the Disruptor as he was TPing away. I can't believe he found him, and that was just really good play from him. So what did he pick up right now? What do you got, big boy? Oh, BKB. So eventually he would need this. This really does hurt his farming, but since it is all about fighting right now for Team Liquid and Golden Boys, he really feels pressured to get this right now.
Fada. The Thug here. They do have Skanks, but again, it's still a Viper. We saw the way that 5 heroes couldn't take down the Viper fast enough in that last team fight, and there's no way that 2 magic damage dealers would be enough. Kaiser, Blade of Alacrity, do you need a Manta? It's out of chains, can get rid of, can dodge the Hyper Strike.
Yeah, I would. I don't know. I just so standard. Just seeing all the Saints and Yashas, the Saints and Yashas, that I don't know if he's gonna sway from that. But I do like your ideas of getting that just for that. I think the biggest problem is he actually needs a BKB. Like he really needs to be the frontliner just to go in, and he doesn't need to worry about all the stuns and all the mobility.
He's not dealing out enough damage in it.
Right, that too.
The Purge on to maybe next time, who doesn't really have a good snowball out of here. So he'll maybe just go for the tower or something? Yeah. Done. It's off the mech. Turns around, Walrus Punch, but he's not getting out of here. Meanwhile, what happened in the bottom lane? Looks like
Thug Dag.
a lot of
Dyer's bottom
damage.
tower is under attack.
Getting slowed down by that corrosive skin. Is going to try and TP out right in front of Kuro. And mind control to be able to get the kill. I think he tried to go into this little area, but sort of misclick, and he ended up going back up.
Yeah, and also the Viper Strike finishing off the Queen of Pain. That's, you don't often see that happening. He was trying to TP out, so. Once again, Liquid just, I mean, they're just taking over the map, and they're just finding all the pickoffs now. They're just coming online, and how are Golden Boys going to get back in this game now? You can't fight the Ember Spirit in his BKB form. You really have to lock him down with Tusk, and I'm trying to figure out how they do that. They didn't go for the fast Queen of Pain with the Orchid, and
wow, when was the last time you actually saw an Ags Darkseer? I mean, it's one of those items nowadays where Darkseer doesn't usually get it until like late into the game. And he's got like Shiva's, Lotus Orb, Guardian Greaves, and then you're like, okay, late enough in the game that Ags has a lot of value.
yeah, you normally get Ags when there's a Radiance on the enemy team, or they have Vlads and AC, and then you can take those over and then give them to your team. But we don't see any of that this game. Maybe
Oh! Ember Spirit dies inside the fountain.
wow.
That's a big kill. Thug is now about to finish up his BKB because of that. So that'll give him a little bit better opportunity to jump in. Vada still wants to force fights though. Even with the Ember Spirit down. Golden Boys, they're not going to oblige. They'll glimpse the Viper back and play it very safe.
I mean, when do you often say that? A 4v5 and they're scared? That's, well, they didn't have the TP on Juggernaut, so I can understand. He just got it delivered. 10 seconds left on that. And you're fighting into Aegis.
I really want to see the Manta even more now. Because all the split pushing he's doing.
Yeah, I think that's for sure for the split push as well. That'll help a lot. And how are they going to deal with Fata now? I mean, he's got the Midas. He's definitely caught back up. He's second in top in net worth now, and we thought he might fall off. But since he went for the Midas and he has the Aegis now, he hasn't been dying as much as the early game. So I think he's going to be doing a lot. What did he just purchase as well? Oh, he got the Mantis tile, so no more silences for you, Golden Boys. But there is this little trick. Some people know about it, some people don't. It's with the Disruptor, you probably do, where you can glimpse back, but if you time it perfectly, you can dodge the glimpse, and it just has to be timed perfectly. We'll see if they can accomplish that during this game.
Yeah, the worst part about Ember Spirit versus Disruptor is the fact that he can dodge your glimpse. Really annoying. Really annoying. Tier 2 tower, another one taken by Golden Boys, and they're actually kind of stemming the gold lead by Team Liquid that's being grown constantly by giving these occasional towers. Big smoke rotation there from Liquid to try and catch Golden Boys as they take that tier 2, but no one's really going to be found. But meanwhile, taking out Ancients because why the hell not? Very tanky. Gonna have many issues.
The question is, though, does Juggernaut finish his Manta style before the high ground push? I feel like Liquid might even go for a high ground here with the Aegis. How long does it have left? No, maybe not. They'll wait for the next one.
Maybe next time, not again. Just not been in great positions. Tuss. Multiple times he's been taken out.
Oh, we just saw the synergy, though, between Soul Catcher and Finger. Easily eliminate one hero from the game.
Did I just see that? Guardian Greaves. Oh, maybe next time. So opting not for the blink.
And you're just gonna have to hope this game go like 80 minutes, and then Viper has to sell them back.
That's the dream right now.
He has to be dreaming.
Radiant's top tower.
There's nothing
is
wrong
under
with having
attack.
mech on Viper and Guardian Greaves. Mind control. You know?
They stack.
Well, I know they stack, but you gotta remove that silence, you know?
Radiant's top tower has
Gotta
fallen.
remove that silence.
Uh-huh.
Alright, Manta is pretty much complete for Kaiser. He's holding on to a bit of extra gold, presumably to make sure he has buyback if
Radiant's
Team
top
Liquid do
tower
try
is
and push
under
uphill.
attack.
Oh,
Money
let's see.
changes hands.
Now that Kaiser will have his Manta style, hopefully. He's saving for buyback now. This is what you want to do. But I don't know. He's still pushing up really hard right here, and he has to be very cautious. I'm sure he can Blade Fury and TP away. They don't have that much to really... Actually, they don't have anything to stop it. But you still have the Blink Dagger from Kuroki. If you do not get the spin off, then you are 100% going to be dead. So Kaiser does have to worry. And I wonder what his next item is. Is he?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
I don't think Bloodstone's good, so...
down to like 6.5 seconds or something for Surge and Ion Shell.
Yeah, and then the wall's going to be down to 80 seconds, 45-second duration. I mean, this is going to be a very useful Dark Sphere all the time. Like you're saying, Ion Shells, Surges, this has got to be the dream for him. And, well, nighttime is gone as they're coming. Well, he has the gem too, and the eggs.
Skylark will be able to TP out. Golden Boys, is it maybe next time? You gonna be the one caught once again? It looks like in the vacuum catches him. Maybe next time. Oh, he's trying to find a way out of here, but there is none. He'll snowball and delay his death for a little while longer, but
Wow.
poor guy just.
I like how
cannot
the
get through.
Lotus Orb. I like how the Lotus Orb doesn't take effect
That is
until he
now
actually
the
hits you.
silence. He sends back Matumba Man, but he's still going to be taken out as the poison completes. Matumba Man comes back in, tries to challenge Thug. BKB activated though before Skylar can get there, and a Force Staff will make sure that Jerix gets out as well.
Man gonna be leaving a Remnant. He's gonna come back in this team fight. Are they gonna want to pressure with 20 seconds? No, they'll just try to take over the jungle here. It looks like, and there's no more tier 2s left for the side of Golden Boys. So yeah, just take over the jungle, get map control, wait out until the next Roche. When will that be spawning? We'll know here shortly. And well, they only got made a minute, maybe in 10 seconds here. So that might be the go time. And Golden Boys, let's look at their Roche pit fight. They have Ags with Night Stalker, and they do have the gem. It's in the base right now. They're gonna probably wait. So they can scout out, and they can potentially take a good team fight.
Gonna be, I feel really reliant on a great Disruptor ultimate though. Lockdown, maybe an Ember Spirit, Omni Slash kills the Ember. Skanks makes sure that he will be able to get away from the Ember. Ags is almost complete for Kuro, so there's the real next level synergy that's going to be coming in. The vacuum. Vacuum finger, go.
It's gonna happen. I mean, we've seen a vacuum before hit three-man impales. I've seen the synergy happen before. I think it will.
Yeah.
And I think the biggest thing though is how are they gonna catch out Matumba Man? Like you said, like they have no lockdown, especially when the Tusk didn't go for a Blink Dagger. I don't. You're basically having to hope that Kaiser can get Abyssal Blade. I think that has to be his next item. They do not have enough lockdown anymore, especially with the BKB on Matumba Man. And with the Manta styles now, canceling out all the silences, they need to have more reliable lockdown.
Rio the Dream is dead. I just realized because he went Octarine Core, he removed Arcanes, so very likely he's going to be picking up Boots of Travels, so there's not that like hope of Guardian Greaves anymore. No matter how late this game goes. Kaiser is just refusing to stick around. Skanks thought that was going to be an actual opportunity to turn on Nafada. They had Omni Slash.
On mid lane. Matumba Man BKB'd up.
Fighting up against maybe next time. Disruption gets laid out on the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain's still going to go for Jerix here. Immediately silences up Kuro. Good turnaround. Thug is controlled up. BKB gets off. Sonic Wave will eliminate full support. The Matumba Man is kind of left high and dry here. Will be able to blink up.
Oh,
Guardian Gem. Thug's making sure the Matumba Man may not even escape. Kaiser comes in and just does way too much physical damage. Looks like the Darkseer went back with the gem. Yeah, you got it, but are you going to be able to get out of here? He's got Surge. He will be able to get some distance. Thug opting not to try and chase him down. Skylark not going to be able to catch up either. But a good fight for Golden Boys, finally. They lost their 2 supports, but they got the 2 supports of Team Liquid plus the Ember Spirit, considering that they're a significant margin behind Team Liquid right now. The trade-off of just the supports for supports is worth it. But getting the Ember Spirit on top of that, great fight for them.
Yeah, they really started that team fight, you know, not with all their full firepower. Viper wasn't there, Darkseer wasn't there. He's kind of showed up towards the end of the team fight, and I mean, with Golden Boys taking that team fight now, that's enough space for Juggernaut to carry more into this later stages of the game. And Shiva's now on the Queen of Pain. A lot of this physical damage is getting negated now, so this is looking really good, I want to say, for Golden Boys.
It's absurd.
I know, man. He just...
Alright, so was I right? 6.75. Alright, I was like 6.5, just a random estimation. Really gonna do math in my head. Your broadcast. 6.7.
I mean, look at him. Okay, so you have to shout him out, right? He's 12-1-8. 12-1-8 on Darkseer.
So he can get 4 ion shells out at a time. Pretty legit. Always has perma surge. Vacuum is a low enough cooldown. You could probably get 2 vacuums in a fight. Now the smoke up here from Golden Boys, if they could get another big fight, they do still have the Omni Slash. It starts out on Jerix. Oh, he actually gets the 4-step away, and that kills the Omni Slash. Will they have enough damage to be able to take out some of these heroes? It looks like they're fine. Thug is challenging Fana. They'll still be able to get both of those kills, as just the pure damage to Slash comes ripped right through both the Viper, as well as now they get the bash on the Matumba Man. He may not get out either. He starts throwing out a bunch of them, but the Glimpse is going to be able to pull him back in. He gets taken out. Double kill, triple kill for Thug. A full wipe as they only lost the Night Stalker.
Dire's bottom tower.
All right, well, the biggest thing that happened right there was Darkseer was... Oh my god, he was silenced. He got silenced. He put the Lotus Orb on somebody else. He couldn't break the silence on him. And then just the wraparound, completely well played from Golden Boys. And now they're in the driver's seat. I do not know how Liquid... Do they have buybacks here? They need to...
Got no buybacks.
Oh my... This could be...
This game.
This could be a wreck.
Put it up that stat earlier. No team had a 15k gold lead by 35 minutes is actually lost. I presume that applies only to this patch. And Team Liquid felt really secure, but now Golden Boys are just going to keep going. Take on the tier 3, be able to get a significant amount of damage too before they're forced back.
Yeah, they've already TP'd too, so there's no way they're going to be staying. And they don't have enough mana really on Queen of Pain to stay, and... Well, that just happens to be the Ags Night Stalker just setting up everything, and that's all you could hope for. Disruptor, man, he just got 2.6k gold from that.
Also, no Guardian Green.
No, the biggest problem was he didn't Lotus Orb himself to cancel. Yeah, Garden Grease is actually really good on Darkseer. Cap is right, guys. I mean, a Viper with...
I just want my $50 back, man. Casting money ain't that much.
Yes, it is. You're rich, man.
I'm just a polecaster.
Think about me, man. I'm doing the $1 cast per game.
$1?
I got a... No, I'm just kidding.
Don't you put out Joy Dota rates like that. Now everybody's gonna come expecting $1. Real, I told you this before. We start people on 50 cents. Come on. Oh, now every co-caster is going to come forward acting, asking for $1 a cast when I want to be able to save money and only give them 50 cents.
I mean, this is just like, you have to go to China to pay out. I mean, that's like a 10,000 yen right there or something.
Come on,
get that?
And capitalist is in the name. You got to do.
You've monopolized Join Dota. It's no longer Toby's.
Remember the days? Where's Toby?
Yeah, where's Cap? Oh, you don't do where's Cap because Cap's always been there. Yeah.
Tusk actually has enough for Blink Dagger, so.
I mean, they just got almost all the items they ever need in this game with that last team fight.
Yeah, they actually complete an Abyssal Juggernaut. You've got Blink Abyssal. I mean, he can actually now solo the Ember Spear because of that. Blinks in, Abyssal, Omni Slashes him.
It's just looking really good for them, to say the least. Was that? No, that wasn't. No, that wasn't cheese, was it? No. That was the second one. I think the next one will be cheese.
Yeah. Team Liquid don't really have good
Roche lineup.
Yeah.
Minus Viper. Yeah, they got the medallion on Kuro earlier on, so they could do it. But yeah, still they don't really have that great physical DPS. So now, I'm wondering how they're gonna win a team fight now. I mean, like you said, it kind of looks like they have to have a vacuum into 5-man Earth Spike, but oh boy, Team Liquid might be going to a game 3 here. So how's Germany? How cold is it?
It's actually very warm today. Like 15 degrees Celsius, which is like 50 degrees Fahrenheit. I don't know. I'm actually.
That sounds about right.
59 degrees Fahrenheit, not too bad. Yeah, so it's actually abnormally warm, but it has been getting down to freezing already. Where are you?
Do you
at?
get? I'm in Brussels, or not Brussels, Liège, Belgium. It's good. It's been normally sometimes it rains a lot, and it hasn't for the last 2 weeks or so. But the last 2 days, it's kind of been raining a little bit at night here and there. So beautiful days. Pretty good. Do you guys get snow over there? I don't know if Germany gets a lot of snow.
Yeah, they get.
Yeah, we don't really get snow over here though. In my notes.
What's
Geography.
By the way,
What's what?
there has a. Oh, can we get a little bit more? The city. Great.
Play on.
Right. Go. Back into this game, 28-35, 39 minutes in. Golden Boys just providing a huge upset after winning 2 different fights in a row to be able to pull back what was a 15,000 gold lead by Team Liquid, and now that only to 2K.
Yep, the dream is real for them. They just got Vlad's too on the Night Stalker. I mean, we got the Disruptor. He just picked up the Glimmer Cape. They're kind of looking. They're gonna de-ward most likely this ward as well, and then Liquid are gonna be confined to their base. They only really have one outer tier 2 left, and that should fall really in the next 1 or 2 minutes here because they do have the Aegis, and they'll just wait for the Abyssal Blade and Juggernaut. And we'll see if Golden Boys can get another good team fight like last time, and then it's going to be on buybacks. I think Liquid are going to have to win this game on buybacks and or good play from the Darkseer and the Lion combination.
Mind Control certainly got enough farm, and he's been playing well enough. See if he actually is able to find the opening here. So they're going to go for a 4-man smoke right now. The Ember Spirit pushing out the bottom lane. Meanwhile, Kaiser is pushing out top, and will soon have enough gold for his Abyssal and still hold on to buyback, which is, I believe, what he's trying to wait on right now.
And the comeback, well, 11,200.
Ganks is sitting on the cliff, though. Liquid ran in through that direction. In fact, he's still going to be caught. Abyssal. Kaiser, he's going to be able to catch Kuro. And it looks like they're going to be able to catch Vada as well. The snowball catches him in a little bit of place. Maybe next time still has a Walrus Punch to hold Vada in place. The turnaround, though. Mind Control's there with the backing wall, but it's not good enough. Bada and Mind Control will both be going down here as Kaiser just simply deals way too much damage. Matumba Man, he's trying to get whatever kills he can, but everybody from Golden Boys is looking rather healthy. It's only the Disruptor, but now Matumba Man's going to be caught as well. He's going to be silenced up, taken out. Another full wipe, and Kaiser and the rest of Golden Boys are going to surge right through the middle lane and take a lane of Rax and fight. This may even be GG straight up. Liquid have no buybacks but the Viper.
That's GG. That is straight up GG, like you said. You have a buyback on a Viper. What is that going to do? Oh, man.
We're not going to do a whole lot.
This is just comes down to, yeah, Liquid had, a timing window here, and they kind of just blew it at the rush. Skylark was able to get that Ags, and it just completely turned around the team fight when you have all that vision. Liquid just have to know. They're probably just talking out for next game. Do they want to maybe have a better late game strategy in mind, or what went wrong with the game? Did they feel like they lost it because of the Roche fight, or did they feel they didn't put enough pressure before the Roche fight where they were in that situation? So.
I do feel like it was a combination of both Liquid not putting enough pressure and Kaiser doing a really good job split pushing so much with this Battle Fury that turned into a Manta. Next thing you know, he had Blink. So once he had the Blink Dagger, his split push was kind of, in a way, unstoppable if he just had enough, knowledge on the board to know, okay, the lane's here, nobody can catch me at that point.
Yeah, what if we had seen the Bane? Then he couldn't have probably done that. Just all you have to do is just Blade Fury and TP away. We've seen him do it at least 3 or 4 times this game, where he's able to escape because they don't have that reliable lockdown through the BKB.
Bugs now got a completed Scythe of Ice. Our Juggernaut has 6,300 gold. Still has the Aegis in hand, so we didn't even go from here. Go Butterfly.
Again. Well,
Spirit.
He either goes Butterfly or MKB, I think. Butterfly just for his own sake, or MKB just so he can immediately blow up the Viper because of the Butterfly. And so I would say in this situation you should go for the MKB. I like your Assault idea though, but when all of his items right now, it's kind of like he doesn't have enough attack speed. Like, I could see why you wanted that. It also gives you the beneficial, but I think Night Stalker can still go for the AC. I think he's been doing fine this game on Skylark, where he doesn't really need a BKB, and he can just skip it. Yeah. And so, what did he pick up? What's the Jug getting? Repair! No. Wait, is he? He got a monk. He's got no, he just got a Demon Edge, which is kind of weird.
Yeah, it is kind of weird because he actually could have had the MKB, still had buyback. Like, if the concern was, oh, I won't have enough buyback, like, that's clearly not a problem. He's got 3,300 surplus. He's sending it back now. I think he realized, like, oh.
Well, at least one ward hasn't been dewarded from Liquid, but look at it. It's nighttime. It doesn't do anything for Liquid.
It's such a garbage ward with Dark.
Oh,
wow.
Man.
It sees the ramp, but boy, I don't see a whole lot else.
Yeah, you're really confined to your base now, especially when you're down 4 sets of racks. And it's like you said, we've talked about it enough. Darkseer Lion combo has to work if they really want to stand a chance in this last fight.
Girl, give him CS here and he'll have his Aghanims. Maybe we can see the AoE 1,000 damage nuke.
Will it be enough? I just like watching the Darkseer here. Like when he just has the Iron Shell plus the Lotus Orb. Or not the Lotus Orb, the Octarine.
Yeah.
It's just so cool.
Purple. There from Matumba.
It's like purple flames.
Team Liquid still holding out for quite some time after losing 2 lanes to Raxus. But it's pretty much do or die scenario for them constantly. Even when it comes to defending Roshan. Pretty sure that if they just give up Roshan, the Aegis and Cheese is claimed by Golden Boys, there's no way that GB actually lose. Because then they just 5-man through top with the Aegis and Cheese, they most likely win that fight. And I think Team Liquid, even if they're forced to like buy back and still hold, they're still going to be so crippled from that kind of engagement that there's just going to be no progress forward for them. Top lane, Matumba Man actually gets taken out by Kaiser and the Disruptor. A quick pickoff, 80 seconds down on the clock, and this is probably Golden Boy's opportunity to push in through middle and claim Mega Creeps.
I'm really surprised none of the supports were really waiting for him in the top lane, because they do not have any vision on the outside map, and he was so far ahead. Nice, is that a disruption that canceled the send back? It was that. And he missed it.
Mind Control comes in with his vacuum, does manage to get a illusion of the Juggernaut. Gonna slow Kaiser down, but he managed to get off the Omni Slash. A disruption just in time to be able to save the Viper until the Sonic Wave cleans him up. The rest of them, they're going to be able to snowball in, catching the Darkseer, managed to get the Lotus Orb that protects him and actually puts him in a snowball of his own to be able to get out of that scenario. But the Viper doesn't have buyback, and the Ember Spirit's still down for 25 seconds. That's going to be Mega Creeps, and Golden Boys, well, it's not just a question of whether or not they can put up a good fight. Now it becomes a question of whether or not they can actually win this series, as Golden Boys prove that the most dramatic comeback goes with the amateur team.
Yeah, that was a really amazing. You just have to give it to them. Amazing play after 35 minutes. They were still in the game. It was slowly slipping away, but they had the comeback mechanics we were talking about, the Ags with the Night Stalker,